Hey, I'm back, and this is gonna be a bit of a different video. I'm gonna adjust the camera there. This is gonna be a bit of a different video, I've had this kind of idea in my head of doing like a mini series, and it's just gonna be me yapping, and I'm gonna call it Talks with Jack. It's gonna be episode 1 of this mini series, and I thought I'd just do something different. I don't know. I just had this idea pop in my head. I'm like, yeah, why don't I do this? And have some fun with it instead of just reviewing popcorn and then probably not, you were loud. Okay, that was my mom. She said that it was loud, so I'm gonna, I guess, keep it down. Sorry, Mom. But, oh my God. I just went completely blank. Hold on here. I'm back on track. I just went, like, completely blank, and it was gonna be, like, really awkward silence. But, yeah, I'm going to have this new mini-series. I will still be continuing the popcorn series. I'll probably have a video out for you guys for Jolly Time popcorn, because I have that one, and then I'll have to get some more popcorn sometime later. So this will be the last one, and then, like, the next one will probably come in maybe a month. Like I said, YouTube's not my main goal in life. I'm not going to be really doing YouTube outside of high school. I'm just doing it for fun. It's just kind of one of those things, unless I get, like, blown up on it, but, I'm just doing it for fun, so, yeah, but, new series, Talks with Jack, and the first one is gonna be, my experience with the flu, and it was pretty recent, and, I'm gonna be doing some homework, some English homework. This seems like such an awkward intro, I don't know why. But I feel like I'm taking so many pauses. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing my English homework. I don't like this class, but that's for a different rant. That's for a different rant on why I don't like this class. But yeah, I'm just gonna be ranting about how I had the flu. Okay, so first some context. This was about 3 weeks ago on when I got the flu. And, I looked up on when, like, the flu usually, you start feeling, like, the effects of flu, because whenever you get, like, some sort of, not disease, but, what's it called? Like, a sickness, okay, sorry, my mom just keeps on blowing me up, jeez, now she keeps on getting me off track. Hold on, Jesus, my mom keeps on getting me off track. Anyways, love you, Mom. But anyways, I looked up. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So I looked up on when it enters your body, or like when you start feeling the effects of the flu when it first enters your body, and it's around 1 to 4 days. But the average person starts feeling the effects 2 to 3 days. So I either got it on the Sunday night before. I woke up not feeling great, which was Super Bowl Sunday, and either one of my parents' friends had it. I knew none of my family was sick at the time at all, and I don't think any of my family's, family's friends would have the flu and go to a Super Bowl party. I don't know why they would. But maybe they did. I don't know why, but, the day before that, I did have work, and so I probably got it from there. FYI, if you're sick and you have something like the flu, which is contagious, and you can give it to other people, don't go to the store, or if you're a coworker, just call in work. It's not that hard. Now, I could have just got it from me not being sanitary, or just, I don't know, somewhere else, but I generally think that I probably got it from when I was working. So anyways, I wake up Monday morning, and I have a bit of a headache, but I don't think much of it, because it's not that my head hurts that bad, and usually when my head hurts kind of, like, in the morning, I'm like, I'm probably just hungry. Like, most of the time, I'm either, like, just hungry, or I need something in my stomach, something like that, or I just need some water, something like that. And so I don't really think much of it, and I get up, and I get dressed, and, I just do my normal routine. And so I go down to eat breakfast, and I still feel a headache, but I just, I eat, and I feel fine. I still feel okay, and I have to go take my dad to work. And I won't get into that, but I do have to take my dad to work because of certain reasons, but I won't go into that just for my family's privacy. Anyways, I go take my dad to work, to a shop, and this is when it starts to get a little bit worse, right? It's not really, really bad. It's starting, I can tell it's starting to get progressively a little bit worse. And I'm like, do I go to school and just try and tough it out, get through the day, and just come home, and if I still feel like crap or it gets worse, and then I just, take ibuprofen and kind of just sit there. That was my thought process. And this is where I made the huge mistake of going to school for the whole entire day. I went to school the whole entire day with the flu, not knowing it. And it got progressively worse. I don't know why I stayed. I really don't know why I stayed after lunch. I should have left. Yeah, that was a really big mistake. So, yeah, that's great. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. I decided going to school. And I get to school, and first couple of periods go fine. I still have my headache, but it's not the worst. And then, I want to say 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th period rolls around, and this is where my head starts to really hurt. This is where I start to really feel the effects. I start to have body aches at this point in 6th and 7th. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking to it about my friend, or I'm talking about how bad I feel to my friend that's sitting to the right of me, and to my friend that's sitting to the left of me. And the friend that's sitting to the left of me is like, if you literally just go down there and, curl up in a ball, or if, you tell them, yeah, I don't really feel that well, and I feel like I need to go home, and they're like, well, it's really just getting near the end of the day. There's not that much time left. My friend said, you could probably just... Honestly, what I've done before is I literally told them that my dad or my mom was sick, and they let me go home one time. And I'm like, I probably won't do that. He was saying it as kind of a joke, but he's like, trust me, it works. And he's like, oh, curled up on a ball, and I'm not going to do that. I was like, yeah, it was funny. But I probably should have gone down to the office now that I think about it and go home, but at the time, I was just like, I might as well just push it through to the end of the day. So, I get to the end of the day, and I feel like absolute garbage. My head feels like crap. It's so warm. I'm feeling it with my hand in, ninth or in, one of my last periods. And I'm sitting there in ninth after lunch. I'm kind of going off track here. I'm sitting there after lunch in my 9th period Spanish class, and I'm just I'm like this the whole entire time. I'm trying to find a comfortable position for my back because it hurts that bad. I'm just sitting there like this. And we, play this, the game where we have to, stand up and give, a paper. We have to, race other people, and they have to pass up the paper, and I had to hand it. It was oh my god. So, I didn't really care. I just sat there and, I want to go home. I was just sitting there I don't want to be here right now. And I should have left. I don't know why I did. But I should have left. And I didn't. So I get home. I feel like crap. I have body aches. And so I take 3 ibuprofen. And I'm sitting there. And then my mom gets home. And my mom's like, why didn't you go home? And I'm like, I don't know. Or I'm like, I don't know. I thought I could tough it out. I didn't want to, I'm one of those kids. I'm not a nerd. But I'm one of those kids that doesn't like to get really behind. Because if I do, I don't get stressed out. I just have to, sit there continuously and just, alright, next assignment, I just hate having to do that and fall behind. Because even missing 1 or 2 days, you fall you don't realize it, but you fall so far behind sometimes. So, yeah. So, I get home, I feel like crap, And then for the next 2 days, my mom takes care of me and whatnot, and, you know, I just sit there and just do nothing but watch YouTube, pretty much. And so I feel crap for the next 2 days, and then on Thursday, I feel a lot better. I feel fine, and I'm feeling ready to go back to school. I got sick on Monday with the flu, was out Tuesday and Wednesday, and then felt fine Thursday. And here's the second part of the story. Now, Thursday and Friday, both days, they went by smoothly, right? I felt fine. I felt good enough to go to school and, you know, just get through the day. And on Thursday, I felt fine, right? On Friday, I felt fine. And I just keep on taking, like, ibuprofen, and I'm like, it's probably going to go away, and I don't have to worry about it. This is where I was mistaken wrong. On Saturday, I felt fine. Until I got to the end of Saturday, or Sunday. I don't know if it was, I think it was Sunday, because this weekend, the upcoming weekend of this week that I was sick, we had, like, Monday off for, like, something. I forget what it was, but we had Monday off. It's kind of a long video, but I'm going to try and shorten it up as much as I can. So, we had Monday off, and on Sunday night, I fall sick again. I fall sick again, and I feel like crap. And this is after I get off of Assetto Corsa for playing that game for a while, because I didn't have work. And so I played that game for hours, and that might have been why. But I think the main reason why was because I went outside the same day, because it snowed. Because I live in the Midwest, and I'm telling you, we have the most unpredictable weather in the entire world. I do not care what you say. Right, Alaska. Okay, I'm going to go on a bit of a side rant here. Alaska, it's really, really cold, and it's really always cold there, and you have, like, no sunlight at all during the winter, and it's just, like, that's depressing, and that's sad, but the weather there, it's consistent. You know what you're getting every day. It's going to be cold, snowy, and icy. Here, it could be 75 degrees one week, maybe go down to like 60, 65. And then the next week, it could be 40 degrees or lower. And then there could be wind chills. Midwest, most unpredictable weather in the world. Anyways, that's where I probably got sick again on Sunday or Monday night. Or Sunday night, it was. Sunday night is when I felt bad again. I go into Monday. And I wake up feeling better than Sunday night, but not the best. Still not 100%. And then it gets about 3 o'clock Monday, and I feel great. I feel awesome. I even go up here, and I think I start watching YouTube again, and I might even play games. And it didn't really matter if I missed Monday or if I was sick on Sunday and Monday, because we had school off, so I didn't miss any work. And so I go into the next week, and so I go into Tuesday, and I feel fine, right? I feel fine. I feel great, and I get through the week, and I get through the whole entire weekend. I feel fine. Then, can't believe I'm saying this, then the third week rolls around. Now, while I have this, beforehand, I had the flu. In, like, the week before I had the flu at the time, I developed a cough. And this cough got worse and worse. And I started to sound terrible. It got really bad. And then I started, like, taking something, and it got better. But I was still coughing. At night, apparently. Like, my mom told me, oh, yeah, I can hear you coughing during night. I'm like, I don't know. I must be asleep. So, like, a lot during the night, she told me I was coughing. I'm like, I don't know. I must have been asleep. So, I've always had that cough. And, it gets to Monday. After, it was this week. This week, Monday. And I feel fine. I wake up feeling fine. I go to school. I feel fine. And then it gets to about, once again, like, 4th, 5th, like, or after 4th, 5th, I start feeling like crap again. And I feel my head in 6th, 7th, and it feels worn. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? If I have the flu again, I'm telling my friend, okay, W. Connor, right? I'm going to shout out one of my friends, W. Connor, right? Great friend of mine, known him forever. I'm just yapping to him, and I'm kind of like pissed. I'm so pissed off. I'm like, dude, if I go home and I have the flu again, and I have a high fever, I'm going to crash out. Because at this point, I'm sick of being sick. I'm sick of freaking being sick. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to be so mad if I have the flu again. If I had the same exact thing again. He's like, are you gonna, like, go home? Like, we're walking down to lunch. He's like, so you, like, gonna go home then now? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go into lunch, eat lunch, go up to 9th, and then just tell my teacher, hey, I'm gonna go down to the nurse. I'm gonna go home, or I'm gonna go down to the nurse and I'm sick, or like, oh, I'm going down to the nurse. Well, you know what I mean. So I do that. So at lunch ends, and I go up and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go down to the nurse. She's like, are you not feeling well? I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling the best. And thank God I did. I learned from my mistake the first time. So I go down there, and she takes my temperature, and it's 100 degrees. And at school, technically, she tells me, well, 100 degrees is considered a fever. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, okay, we're going to take it in, like, 5 minutes. We're going to wait 5 minutes and see if it goes up or down. If it goes down, then we can send you to class or whatever. And if it goes up, you'll go home. So I'm like, okay, and the whole entire time I'm sitting there, I'm just like sitting here like this with, like, here's my sweatpants. I'm like going like this, just picking off hairs, and the whole entire time in my mind I'm thinking, oh my God, I want to go home. I want to go home. Please go up. I want this to be up. I really want this to be up. And the whole entire time she's kind of like asking me questions and whatnot. And I'm like, oh my God, I just want to go home. I literally just wanted to not stay at school. Like, I wanted to go home at that point and just lay down and do nothing. And so she takes my temperature again, and my fever is 102.9 degrees. 102.9 degrees. I'm like, oh my God. She calls my mom. She's like, okay, I'm gonna take it on this one. Says 101.1, around the same, I guess. And she calls my mom, tells my mom that I can drive home, and I'm good to drive home, but he's gonna be coming home sick, and he needs to be, like, I can't come to school the next day. And the whole entire time I'm, like, walking out to my car, I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm so tired of this sickness. If it's the same thing, I'm gonna crash out. Like, I'm at this point, I'm just fed up with it. Like, I'm done being sick. I want to be, like, 100% fully fine. So I go home, and my mom's there. She's like, hey, kiddo. I'm like, hey, you're not feeling well again? Like, yeah. She, like, goes in her room. She's like, yeah, probably you're either, like, developing pneumonia or bronchitis. I think it's mainly bronchitis just because of my cough that I've had for that long at that point. I think it was bronchitis. And so I went to the doctor. The next day I go to the doctor, and okay, I'm going to try and wrap this up. The same night that I got sick on Monday again, and I come home, I actually got really good sleep. But the first, like, time that I was sick when I had the flu, Monday, like, I got the worst sleep in my life. Let me tell you, I got the worst sleep. I could not sleep. Like, I woke up at, like, 2:30, 3 a.m., could not fall back asleep. But then I felt fine and fell asleep. So the next day, we go to the doctor's office, and they're like, okay, we're going to give you some antibiotics to get rid of this cough. I'm like, okay, thank God, I hope this works, and I can be finally done with the flu and this whole entire thing. And so the same day, I feel fine. I'm playing my Xbox. I'm playing SnowRunner. I feel great. And I go to school, and now I'm here, same week, and I'm fine. Right? I'm fine. Or the next week after. This is the next week after, and I feel fine. Right? I feel fine, and antibiotics seem to work, and I don't have a cough really at all. So, yeah, that's my rant on the freaking flu. If you ever had the flu and maybe have a different experience, because I didn't have it as long. Well, I kind of did, but I still I didn't have it like in a stint of like 4 or 5 days, because my mom told me, oh yeah, you can have it for 5 days. I'm like, huh, no shit. All right. So yeah, if you have an experience that you would like to share on you having the flu, go ahead, let me know in the comments to like the 20 people that watch this, if 20 people even ever watch this. Let me know in the comments if you ever had the flu. If not, you can just say, oh, this is a really good video, even though you'd probably be like an NPC. Probably think you're an NPC. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If you just want to comment, you can do so. But if you would like to share your experience of if you had the flu, ever in your life, I'd love to hear. Anyways, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Like I said, I'm gonna keep on continuing the popcorn series of me reviewing popcorn. Probably Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on what I have on my plate. And, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.